On this episode of O'Fallon Matters, get an update on the new Justice Center, see how O'Fallon officials mentored a student hungry to learn about municipal government, and learn about the O'Fallon Police Department School Resource Officer Program. This and more next on O'Fallon Matters. Welcome to this episode of O'Fallon Matters. Did you ever wonder what's in the water you just drank? Is it safe? Joe Meyer is here to explain how the city of O'Fallon produces top quality drinking water for our residents.
Fresh water is one of our most vital resources. And when our water is polluted, it's not only devastating to the environment, but also to our health. The U.S. relies on public water systems to treat and deliver over 44 billion gallons of clean water each day to our homes, schools, and businesses. Much of that water comes from rivers, lakes, and other surface water sources. Before it is delivered to our homes, it's treated to remove chemicals, nasty particles, and bacteria. This clean water is then used for cooking, drinking, cleaning, and even washing our cars. The city of O'Fallon has always provided its residents with quality water. In fact, the way we get our water has changed quite a bit over the years.
Originally, the city had a supply of water from deep wells scattered throughout the city. They were drilled to about 1,500 feet depth, and they were each had a water tower by them. They had a basic treatment of softening, chlorination, aeration, and this satisfied the needs of the city until population began to grow.
Today, the majority of our water now comes from shallow wells located in the Mississippi River bottoms north of Highway 79. In 2002, the city began construction of new wells and a state-of-the-art water treatment plant to meet the growing population base north of Highway 70 and to raise the quality of the water delivered to our residents.
We have excellent water, and it really starts with the source. It's not that usual in the St. Louis area that we have groundwater as a source of water. That water's been there for thousands and thousands of years. So it doesn't have the opportunity to have some of the contaminants that other sources might have. So it all starts with a good source of water, and that's groundwater.
Did you know that O'Fallon's water system consists of a 6 million gallon per day, state-of-the-art RO membrane water treatment plant with 5 alluvial wells? This water supply and treatment is complemented with 6 additional deep wells, 4 booster pump stations, high service pumps, 5 elevated storage tanks, 2 ground storage tanks, and over 161 miles of cast iron, ductile iron, and PVC distribution lines. And just last year, the city added a new 2 million gallon storage tank. In addition to the storage tank, our plant will be getting other upgrades in the future. City of O'Fallon water plant operators conduct daily water quality testing at several locations in the distribution system to monitor the water as it travels to residents. Bacteriological samples are taken from the distribution system and submitted to the State Health Department lab on a regular schedule. Testing for lead and copper levels in the water is conducted by the department staff. All results from this testing are well below EPA standards and considered safe. Residents can rest easy knowing that an incident similar to Flint, Michigan will never happen here in O'Fallon.
You've got the kind of personnel, both at the leadership level at the city, the elected officials, the appointed officials, the people that work at the plants, the people that work the distribution, that they're just not going to let that happen. In addition, as I talked earlier, we have the kind of technology that we could take out the kind of things that we don't want in the water. So for all of those reasons and more, that cannot and will not happen here. And I got to tell you, the guys I work with, they just wouldn't stand for it. They'd be going to the television stations, they would be going to the newspapers saying we don't feel right about providing this product to our citizens. So it will not happen in the city of O'Fallon.
Residents can find a consumer confidence report detailing the water quality on the city's website.
Once a year, based on the data that we send them from test sites throughout the city, Missouri Department of Natural Resources, not the city, but the Department of Natural Resources compiles the water information and provides that back to us, and we have to prove to them that we have placed that in a place where the public can get to it. And in our case, it's on the city's website. And if you have trouble finding it when you go there, feel free to call anybody in the water or sewer department, and they can lead you right to it, and they'd be glad to lead you right to it.
In the end, the quality of our water is directly linked to the quality of our lives. And the city of O'Fallon will continue providing you with superior water now and into the future.
The O'Fallon Police Department's facilities are getting an overhaul in the next few years. Let's take a look at the progress we've made on our new Justice Center.
On April 7th of 2015, O'Fallon voters were asked to consider an important issue facing our community. Our police station was designed to handle a population of 60,000 residents when it was constructed in 1999 and housed the room and equipment necessary for up to 66 officers. But our incredible economic growth and civic development meant that we had far surpassed those numbers. Thankfully, O'Fallon's voters recognized the serious need for a new facility, and the success of Proposition 1 means we're now getting ready to break ground on a new 21st Century Justice Center. When completed in late 2017, this 80,000 square foot facility will be the new home of our police department and municipal court.
I want to thank the citizens of O'Fallon for supporting the police department, the city, and the courts for building the brand new Justice Center. We're committed to public safety and safety for the community, and with the new facility, we'll be bringing a high-tech training room, an indoor range, and a brand new courts facility, not to mention a brand new state-of-the-art dispatch center. So on behalf of the police department and the city, I just want to thank you. It's going to allow us for future expansion, and we can't be any more excited about it.
Well, I'm absolutely thrilled for the police department, and it's going to be a great move for them, but I think just as importantly, it's going to be a great move for City Hall, because City Hall will be moving a lot of the offices from the one side of City Hall over to the police department and make things a lot more efficient for the public and make it much more effective for the staff to work together. And so I think it's going to be a huge improvement for the public to come in here and get the work that they need done quicker. So it's going to be a fantastic move for the police, for the courts, and definitely for City Hall.
Planning for the new Justice Center is well underway. And now, let's take a quick look at what's next for this project.
We're really excited with the progress we've made so far in the Justice Center. We have our architect and our project manager hired, and now we're in the process of developing and issuing the bid documents. Once those bid documents are back, we're actually going to select the contractors that are going to do the initial ground clearing and some of the early construction pieces, and we should have those back pretty soon, and as soon as they come back, we'll start with the groundbreaking, and people will see progress really quickly from then.
Here in O'Fallon, we've grown accustomed to earning national honors and accolades. We've been named one of America's best places to live by Money Magazine for 5 years in a row, and ApartmentList.com recently ranked O'Fallon 7th in the country on the 2016 Best Cities for Young Families list. Our 82,000 residents have come to expect excellence from our city, and this new Justice Center will allow our police department to continue to exceed those expectations.
The Justice Center, we did need that, and I just want to thank the residents for passing the proposition for the new Justice Center, because our police officers, they're the ones that make O'Fallon one of the safest cities in America to live, and every time they put that uniform on, they're the dedicated servants of O'Fallon. I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart.
We'll keep you up to date on the progress of this important municipal facility here on OFallonTV. You can also get regular updates in your quarterly O'Fallon Update newsletter, as well as online on the city's website. No matter how you follow along with this exciting project, you can take comfort in knowing the new Justice Center and Municipal Court will allow our professional police force to continue providing exceptional service for decades to come.
This next story features a program that has effectively kept student violence out of our schools. Joe Meyer is here to take a look at the School Resource Officer Program.
Creating a safe learning environment at school has always been a priority for O'Fallon schools. And that's why the School Resource Officer Program was started in O'Fallon in the spring of 1997 through a cooperative effort between the O'Fallon Police Department and the Fort Zumwalt School District. This program is based on a philosophy that the School Resource Officer is an educator in safety and law-related issues.
The role and responsibilities vary from day to day. The general overall rule is we're here for student and faculty safety on a day-to-day basis that goes in conjunction with the Safe Schools Act that was created. But we are on many, I'm on the crisis teams for kids in crisis. We sit on DFS interviews. We're in charge of all their safety and crisis plans. We interact with the administration team and provide all security for all events.
We also serve as a resource to both students and staff, answer a lot of questions that isn't always criminal related, but family questions, just general questions.
The O'Fallon Police Department's SROs are all members of the Missouri School Resource Officers Association and attend annual training held each summer.
Every year there's a School Resource Officer Conference, and every other year we get to attend. So half of us go one year, half of us go the next. All school resource officers are also crisis intervention trained for the crisis intervention team, and we've all attended a youth crisis intervention training as well.
The SRO assists school staff within the school and the campus area in an effort to detect and deter any unruly, delinquent, or criminal activity. SROs take reports on incidents that happen on school property and investigate them.
There's so many different things going on at any given time, and just for Zumwalt West, for example, we have 2,000 students here with maybe 180 to 200 faculty members, so that's a small city. So if without anybody there that of any type of power or that has the ability to arrest and take control, I just think is foolish not to take advantage of that tool that we can offer to the school district.
The SRO is an active, high-profile police officer. They enjoy mentoring and serving the youth of O'Fallon.
This is my 25th year in police work, and I rode the road and did a lot of different things, and I always thought that I wouldn't want to come into the school environment. But when I got here and realized that there's so much that I can do, and it's a little graduated from the DARE program. I don't get to develop a lot of one-on-one relationships with the kids, but I meet so many different kids. It amazes me every day of what we can do.
To find out more information on the roles and responsibilities of O'Fallon's SROs, you can call the police department at 636-240-3200, or you can go to www.o'fallon.mo.us/PD.
It's time for a break. When we come back, we'll learn a thing or two about child car seat safety, and we'll learn how one city department helps residents navigate city services. You're watching O'Fallon Matters.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish! In your face! In your face!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation letter.
You're resigning.
Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you eat stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit.
I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me.
Okay, but remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Welcome back to O'Fallon Matters. An area student got an inside look at local government during a recent visit to City Hall. Let's see how this job shadowing program is helping the next generation of public servants.
When you hear the words local government, what comes to mind? If you're like most people, you probably think of our city council, passing ordinances and legislation for the betterment of our community. Or you picture our police department, patrolling our roads and keeping our city safe. But beyond these highly visible aspects of local government lies an incredible number of departments, working hard to make O'Fallon an incredible place to live, work, and play. You can take a look at our city website to see just how many departments are working behind the scenes to maintain our high quality of life. But government workers and elected officials aren't born into their roles. Like anyone else, they need to discover their passion for government service in school or while exploring careers. And to help the next generation explore the world of public service, our city teamed up with St. Charles Community College to offer meaningful job shadowing experience to a local student.
I've always been interested in government and getting into politics, and in our marketing work program at my school, our teacher was able to set up job shadowing here, and it was a great opportunity for me to get more involved and to learn more about it. First I came in and I got to meet the mayor and Bonnie and Rick, and they just kind of gave me a rundown of their jobs and what they all do. And then I was able to go through all the different departments and learn about each department and what those people do and what they're in charge of.
Bonnie and Rick are actually City Administrator Bonnie Therian and President Pro Tem Rick Patel. Together with Mayor Bill Hennessy, they welcomed Jacob to the city and spent the morning answering his questions about local governance. Then, as Jacob mentioned, he got to meet many of the managing directors of the city, including Communications Director Tom Drabell and Administrative Services Director John Griesenauer. During his tour of City Hall, he got to experience just what it takes to run a city of our size, and his visit impressed our staff as well.
I'm just happy that, I had a chance to meet with Jacob. I mean, his aspirations to become President of the United States. Was in awe of his accomplishments, of what he's done. I think it's a great thing for the youth of the community. They're our future leaders. Come in and have them kind of shadow some elected officials, some city staff to come up and say this is the day-to-day operations of things and kind of give them an insight because they are our future leaders.
While Jacob has his sights set on federal government, who knows where the future will take this bright young man? Whether he enters local government, federal government, or somewhere in between, programs like this will help him discover where his true passion lies.
I think it helps you understand how the local government is affected by what you do in a higher level, and I think having a good understanding of the local level is a good base for you to have if you're going to be in part of a state or federal government, because then you'll have an understanding of how your choices and your decisions in a higher level is going to affect the residents that you're trying to represent.
We're proud to help the next generation of leaders get an up-close look at local government, and we'll continue teaming up with area schools in the future. If you're interested in seeing local government in action, you can also contact us directly.
Give me a call. Give me a call. We'll try to set up a time to see if we can help you and to answer as many questions that you have about local government.
You may have your child strapped in a car seat correctly, but that's only half the story. There are several other guidelines you can follow to help keep your child safe in the car.
It's a known fact that car seats prevent injury and save lives. And statistics tell us that upwards of 75% of car seats are not installed properly or they're not being utilized in the right way. Now, St. Charles County Ambulance District Director of Communications, Kyle Gaines, is here to give us a few common sense car seat tips that are often overlooked.
Every car seat, if you look on it, whether it's a convertible, a booster, an infant seat, they're going to have a sticker on there that it's going to include by federal law the date that that car seat was manufactured. Some car seats also have an expiration date listed on that sticker, but if they don't, the generally accepted time frame to keep in mind is 6 years after the date of manufacture that car seat expires. Utilizing car seats that you're unfamiliar with the background on can be very problematic, and that would include things like purchasing on eBay, purchasing on Craigslist, going to resale shops, going to yard sales. We would recommend against any of that, primarily because you cannot guarantee that that car seat has never been in an accident. Now, that is certainly not to say that if you've got a brother or a sister or a close friend that their baby is no longer utilizing that car seat, if it is, provided it's not expired, and they can tell you, if it's someone you trust, that that car seat's never been in an accident, absolutely, that's okay to use. But what you don't want to do is utilize a seat that you cannot guarantee that seat's background. Car seat utilization after an accident can be a little bit tricky. In a general sense, if the wreck is moderate or serious, yes, absolutely, we're going to need to get that car seat replaced after that wreck. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has got a checklist on their website, and you go through that checklist and it'll tell you, once you go through it, yes, the car seat needs to be replaced, or no, it doesn't. Some of the common aftermarket add-on products that we see are toys that hook on, if you're still using an infant carrier, toys that hook on to that bar. We see a lot of fleece liners that go into infant carriers that are really pretty bulky, that don't really allow you to get a good tight fit with the harness. Some other things that we see are mirrors that hook on to the back of your vehicle's seat so that you can see the child in that rear view mirror whenever you're driving. We would really not recommend any of those things. And people often say, well, why? Because it hasn't gone through crash testing with that car seat is the reason primarily that we don't recommend utilizing those types of products. In the case of the mirrors, it's a little bit different because that's not hooked to the car seat, but what that does is creates a distracted driving risk for the parent. We understand that getting car seats installed properly, selecting a location within the vehicle, that can be a little bit of a daunting process, perhaps in particular for new parents, for new grandparents, or even if you're adding to your family and you're not sure what setup works best in your car. Give us a call. St. Charles County Ambulance District will be more than happy to set up an appointment time with you to take a look at your situation and help you make sure those car seats are installed properly. We'll also work with you on helping understand what proper utilization is on a day-to-day basis so that you are comfortable getting them in and out of the car seat every single time.
Residents who have concerns or requests are in luck because O'Fallon City Hall has a department that helps with citizens' questions.
Are you confused about a city service? Unsure when your recycling needs to be picked up? Don't worry, because the City of O'Fallon offers residents a great service that can answer any questions or requests, because serving residents is the #1 priority here at the City of O'Fallon.
Citizens First is our first point of contact for our residents of O'Fallon. We're there to assist you with any comments, questions, concerns about the city facilities. Conan Stott is our Citizens First manager, and myself and Katie Jordan are customer service representatives. And we're there to help you with any kind of questions or concerns that you may have, or direct you into the correct department that you need. The majority of the questions that we get pertain to utility bills, municipal court, building permit types of questions.
Customer service representatives are knowledgeable and can direct you to the right place.
We do our best of our ability to make sure that their concerns and questions get resolved, whether that be us helping them or directing them into the correct department that they need to go to. We just really strive to make sure that we exhaust all efforts to make sure that our residents are satisfied.
Besides speaking with a customer service representative directly, Citizens First also offers several online tools that can help visitors make requests and simply find or learn about the many fantastic services the city offers.
We have a great resource on our website. It's our Citizens First Center. There's plenty of tools on there to utilize for finding questions, asking questions, reporting any concerns or issues that they find. We also have our Citizens First mobile app for our citizens that are on the go and see potholes or street light outages that just want to report it quickly. So those are both great resources that we have for our residents. We also have a free notary service, so our residents can come in and get documents notarized for free. We also assist the finance department with our utility tax rebate every year.
If you would like to contact the Citizens First Center, you can visit www.ofallon.mo.us or you can call 636-379-5553. And don't forget that you can download the Citizens First mobile app directly to your phone or tablet.
I like to see our residents happy. It's very important to me to provide a great quality of customer service for our residents. It gives me a good satisfaction with knowing that they're happy with the city and the staff and the facilities. So it's a great source of pride for us.
Good morning, City of O'Fallon.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you have a good story idea, let us know. You can email us at OFallonTV@OFallon.mo.us. And please remember, give back to your community because O'Fallon matters to all of us.